It's stylized, so unique and utterly confusing. It paralyzed me, so I procrastinated on making this video. There's just something bizarre about this art style. I worried I wasn't gonna like it, but I couldn't have been more wrong. Since the start of this channel, over 2 years now, one of the most requested masters to feature has been the creator of the manga series, JoJo's Bizarre Adventures, Hirohiko Araki. My perspective about the art immediately took a turn once I learned more about the creator himself. It turns out there's a lot that I admire about this master. He struggled from rejection in his early days, yet persevered because he believed in his dream. He takes an analytical approach to creativity. He uses a workflow and is crazy methodical in his processes. His influences are wild, from fine arts to fashion design, so he's dedicated to self-study and has a relentless discipline to improve. The more I learned about him, the more my appreciation increased. Usually I begin a master study with an analysis, followed by an exercise to deepen my understanding of what I observed in the analysis. If you're curious about that process, watch this video for the step-by-step. Today we're fast-forwarding to the study because I have a surprise for you. As a warm-up, I rendered a close-up image in my pocket sketchbook. I chose this image because the eyes. I find that even though manga and anime eyes tend to follow a standard formula, each mangaka puts a unique twist on how they render eyes. This lady is tearing, so the master conveys this with my favorite technique, implied edges. See here at the bottom of each pupil, the edging between the shapes and values is left white. It's part of the negative space created by the eyeball. It's subtle, but once you notice it, it's wow. The second reason I picked this image is because of the limited color scheme. Easier for me to ease into the world of color. Wait, hold up. Did you just say color? I did. The people have spoken. Your requests for mixed media have been piling up. And JoJo's was just the perfect opportunity to introduce a new playlist to the channel. Let me know in the comments your thoughts about mixing color media with pen and ink. I'm starting with watercolors, but I'm also thinking gouache, colored pencils, and colored inks in the future. It's obvious the master rendered this image with a brush. Brushwork is my nemesis. Another reason why I was dragging my feet to make this video. Initially, I intended to render these studies with my dip pens, but realized there's no way around it. His marks are loose and chic, so the inks had to be brushed. The dip pens are used only for the finishing touches. First thing I noticed while doing the underdrawing is how angular the strokes are. Even these strands of hair, they look fluid yet interrupted, as though they're shaped like ripped paper ribbons. This time round, I started with the brush. It might be hard to follow what I'm doing here. Essentially, I'm filling in the larger areas of solids. In the reference, you can see the solid black is from the cast shadow from the brim of the hat and the thicker strands of hair. Inking is often like a puzzle that becomes clear once all the pieces are in. I finished up with a Tashikawa soft maru dip pen for the thinner hatch marks. I'm getting tons of great practice laying strokes with a brush. This time, I aim to do the majority of the line work with my brush before switching back to dip pens. With the ink dry, it was time to try the colors. But since it's my first time using watercolors, first a test. This is a past master study I did on Alfredo Alcala. It was done with waterproof, permanent India ink, so there's no bleeding there with the watercolors. The top 3 things I observed from my studies. First, Master Hirohiko Araki. His style is unusual, but I can attest, don't let the weirdness distract you from the artistry. I honestly had not experienced inking anything like this before. His style is instantly recognizable, but most importantly, he's super consistent. The characters, setting, and themes in
and the manga are seamlessly cohesive, and it works brilliantly for the narrative. Let's talk about the characters. Androgynous, angular, rendered like Baroque sculptures, which makes total sense given his influences. More about that in a minute. Observe the unnatural chiseling on this character. Without reading the story, I'm intrigued. Notice the clean, bold lines with airy negative space, which frames each scene fittingly. But what makes his techniques even more compelling from a learning point of view are his influences. And that's when it all clicked for me. Comic artists like the great Frank Frazetta and Anki Bilal, painter Paul Gauguin, sculptor Gian Lorenzo Bernini, and fashion illustrator Antonio Lopez. Like I said, wildly diverse influences. So my first impression looking at JoJo's was confusion. I didn't understand the art. Now that I know more about the artist and his work, I feel that I've gained so much in a short time. I'm motivated to work even harder on my art. To learn more about Master Hirohiko Araki, his manga series, and the supplies I use, please check the description below for those links.
I hope that you enjoyed today's master study. Keep an eye out for the new mixed media playlist. Thank you so much for requesting JoJo's. I loved it. Keep those suggestions coming. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.